A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. One of the common questions that we may have asked many times and we really want to know the answer is, why do I need to perform taqlid? Why do I need to follow a marjie? In fact, what is taqlid? Is it blind following? Is taqlid just following blindly a scholar? Taqlid, which means to emulate and follow a marjie, a mujtahid in Islamic laws, in fact, is not blind following. Taqlid is the process that you follow the scholarly experts in Islamic jurisprudence, in matters of Islamic law. Why? Because we are not experts in Islamic law. We have not the expertise to know the Islamic law. The verses of the Quran are available for us. Narrations are there in front of us. However, if we were to read the Quran and read the verses and also read the narrations, we will not come to the conclusion of finding the Islamic law. The expert, the mujtahid, he has reached a status in knowledge whereby he can deduce the Islamic law from their sources. Therefore, a Muslim has an option to be one of three. Either he is a mujtahid, he or she becomes a mujtahid, becomes an expert in Islamic law. They do not perform any taqlid, the mujtahid. Or they perform ihtiyat, precaution in every matter. And that also is quite difficult practically in reality to perform ihtiyat. The common norm amongst many is to perform taqlid. Taqlid, to emulate the marjie, the mujtahid, to refer to the mujtahid, marja'ut taqlid, who is an expert in Islamic law. Same when it comes to medicine, when it comes to a matter of my health, I need to check certain medical requirements. I have no expertise in it. I refer to the doctor. When it comes to an issue in my own home, I refer to the engineer, I refer to the plumber, I refer to the experts there. Therefore, in Islamic law, in Sharia of Islam, we refer to those rulings, to marja'ut taqlid, who provides us with the Islamic law. Indeed, it is wajib to perform taqlid in Islamic law if you are not a mujtahid and if you are not performing ihtiyat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Nahl, verse 43, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So then ask the people of the reminder if you do not have any knowledge. This is repeated twice in the Holy Quran, repeated for us to remind us to go to Ahlul Dhikr, those of knowledge, those of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, a marja'ut taqlid has certain conditions. One of them is taqwa. One of them is what? One of them is having true what? Having true faith. الشيعة Muslim إثنى عشري أهل التقوى أهل الورع عادل, God conscious. And therefore you find even our Imams of the Ahlul Bayt knew there was a time where the Muslims would not have direct access to their Imam. So they would recommend and remind the Muslims in those moments and events, refer to the scholars of the time. Refer to the ulama and marjie. We have a narration from our beloved 12th Imam, a famous tradition, who states, أما الحوادث الواقعة فارجعوا فيها إلى رواة حديثنا فإنهم حجتي عليكم وأنا حجة الله. As for those events that will occur, those events in the future, for the answer to them, how to deal with them, there were many scenarios and many scenarios today that were not present during the time of the Holy Prophet, that were not present during the time of the Imams. These, who shall I refer to? How do I know the answer, whether it's halal or haram, whether it's wajib, whether it's mustahab, whether it's obligatory, whether it's recommended, whether I should perform it, whether I should refrain from it? The Imam said, refer to those people who narrate our sayings, since surely the ulama, they are my proof, the hujjah, my hujjah upon you, and I am the proof of Allah. I am the hujjah of Allah. Imam Sahib al-Asri wa Zaman is the hujjah of Allah. Yes, indeed. Do I perform taqlid of my scholar, of my marjie? Do I perform it in every matter? Well, only in Islamic law. As for aqaid, usuluddin, then one needs to truly research and gain certainty, conviction in those matters of usuluddin. For furu'uddin, those matters which are absolutely clear, for example, salah is wajib. For example, salat, fajr, dhuhr, asr, maghrib, isha are obligatory. However, the specific details, how many raka'at, how many units, and specific details, we need the scholarly advice and the scholarly expertise of our marjie, who would give us guidance in these matters.